Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 with Southport in the Premier League. We are now in January. Well, we're in February. We've gone through January. It is our 10th season and we are back to being a mid-table side because January was bloody spectacular for us. Before we talk about results, we've obviously got a transfer window to talk about as well first. So let's go through the players leaving the club and the players joining. Now, I know this happened in the last episode, but if you missed it, this is a player who's left the club. Diego Reyes signing for Toluca in Mexico. He's been here for a very long time, and obviously he's moved on because he's not good enough. Zlot Miske is next up to leave the club, signing for Burnley down in the Championship. He basically hasn't really played for us. For the last couple of seasons, he's been out on loan, I think, or maybe just the last season. He was really good. He was really good, particularly in the Championship. In the Premier League as well, he's decent in his first season, but we have definitely outgrown him. So yeah, he's left, signing for Burnley for £375,000, potentially going up to about £500,000. So not a huge amount of money. I'm pretty sure we had offers for like 4 or 5 million in our first season. Probably should have cut our losses. Next up is a big name signing to leave the club. It is Eugene Holovko. He has returned to Shakhtar Donetsk, the team that we signed him from on a free transfer. He's gone there for 16.25, potentially rising to £20.5 million after just a season and a half in England. He was superb for us last year, and I touched on it before where I'm just not, he doesn't do anything for me. He's good, he scores goals, but he just doesn't tick enough boxes. So yeah, Eugene's gone back to the Ukraine. Also, this man's left. Vitaly Vetkal. He came through our youth system last year when we had a terrible youth intake. Also, this year we're going to have a terrible youth intake. He's gone to Swansea for £550,000. Yeah, I don't think he's good, so Swansea can have him. 4 loan deals in total, but we're only going to talk about 3 of them for the moment because the 4th one is a little bit complicated. Marko Popovic is the 20-year-old Bosnian who we signed a few seasons ago now. He's gone on loan to VVV Venlo. I think, isn't he part Dutch? Or am I thinking? Yeah, he is part Dutch. So yeah, he's going to VVV Venlo. He's going to play some football there. Hopefully, he's going to get half a season under his belt because I think he's good and he needs some games. Alsane Kanate is next up. The French central midfielder has gone out on loan to FC Copenhagen until the end of the season. He's good. He's one of those players that he's definitely got a lot about him. He's just not quite good enough for us at the moment. He can certainly do a job for us. Annoyingly, what is letting him down, and it is completely not his fault at all, is he's not homegrown. He doesn't count as homegrown. If he was homegrown, he'd be great. But because I keep loaning him out, he's not homegrown. This is a huge problem that we have. Joining the club then, in reverse order of expense, I think he signed technically on deadline day or just before deadline day. It is Janos Komodi, a 22-year-old Hungarian left-back and central defender who is 6'2", signed from Juventus. And he's cost just £2.2 million. He's decent. I think there's something there. He's not a very good centre-back. He might be a decent left-back. That's my hope. He's probably not going to play a lot of football for us. He's probably going to be on the bench for the most part. But we did need another left-back because basically we've got the Granger, I think his name is, on loan from Leicester. We've got Leal, who is not really a left-back. So we kind of need some other options. So Janos is one of those options. This kind of leads on to one of our players leaving the club on loan who we haven't mentioned yet. Augustin, yeah, it is Augustin. What am I talking about? Augustin Lezcano is a 23-year-old Argentine central defender signed from River in his native Argentina. He has cost an absolute bargain at £5.25 million. He will be partnering probably Sebastian Mendes or Jermaine Bamba for the rest of the season, assuming Bamba is recovered from his injury. But yeah, he's good. He is real good. 23 years of age as well. He has come in because we needed a new centre-back. And also, I'll come back to it in a minute, but the loan deal of the player leaving the club, there's a lot of reasons why he's left the club. We've also signed ourselves an extremely good Argentine striker in Lucio Itabel, signed from Estudiantes. He is bloody ridiculous, I think. I think he's absolutely ridiculous. Only 20 years of age. He's yet to be capped for the full Argentina squad. If we have a look, we have paid £8 million for him, because I'm pretty sure that was his minimum fee release, and for £8 million, I think he might be better than Everard. I genuinely think he might be better than Everard. Time will tell. And finally joining the club from Bayern Munich is Weston McKennie. He's cost us just £15 million. He is 30 years old, so he is definitely the oldest player in our squad. He's getting paid a stupid amount of money, £165,000 a week, but I really needed a decent box-to-box midfielder, basically to replace Tommy Doyle. He is an elite midfielder as well. He's got 122 caps for America. If you've never heard of Weston McKennie, you must be living under a rock. I think we probably could have got better, but the problem we are having is we're still not a particularly good club. I actually looked, whilst we were going through January, I looked at the star ratings of our club and reputations. We wouldn't even be the highest reputation club in the Championship. So there's, I think Birmingham and a couple of other teams have a higher reputation than us, and they're in the league below. So yeah, we still struggle with luring in big name players. We have to throw money at them, and Weston McKennie is one of those players that we've thrown money at. Like I said, he's cost £15 million, £165,000 a week. Now let's talk about the lone player leaving the club. The Mexican Daniel Acuna has left, signing for Napoli on loan until the end of the season. He's getting paid £165,000 because in his contract he has match highest earner clause. He's getting paid £165,000. He's not worth that. He's definitely not worth that. I'm trying to sell him. I can't sell him. I tried. There were 2 clubs in China that were desperate to buy him for £10 million. I'm like, perfect, go. And then they wouldn't offer him enough money. He's not going to leave. He's never going to leave. He's still got 2 years left on his deal as well. We're going to be stuck with a freeloading Mexican in our squad, getting paid 100. He better not have like a yearly percentage. He doesn't have a yearly percentage. Okay, that's not the end of the world. He is 10% of our overall wage bill. 20% of our wage bill is taken up by 2 players. And one of them doesn't even play for us. Luckily, Napoli are paying £82,000 a week, which still isn't a lot. I think that's 60% of his wages. It's still not enough, is it? It's still not enough at all. Anyway, moving away from transfers, the league table. As you can see, we are now 9th in the table, 35 points, 5 points away from that magic 40, which is obviously our target to try and stay in the league. And January was flippin-tacular. We beat Fulham 3-1, Matheson, Tilger, and even Tails Wesley getting on the score sheet. We beat Leicester, Rock Murray with the goal here. We beat Everton. Not only did we beat Everton, we embarrassed Everton in their home stadium, and they were the away team. We embarrassed them. Mendes, Melkonyan, Tilger with 2 as well. Then Villa away from home. Tilger and Lescano and Saulo getting on the score sheet. We were just superb in January. I think the team might have just clicked, you know? I think the team just clicked. We got battered by Brentford. We lost in the FA Cup. We came back for January, and we haven't stopped winning. We genuinely have done so well. February's going to be harder. February's going to be harder with Spurs, Liverpool, Manchester City, and then Brighton at the end. It's going to be a tough month. Let's hope that we can maybe pick up 6 points. That's optimistic, isn't it? That's 2 wins and 2 defeats. All 3 draws and a win. Let's go and play Spurs. That's what we're going to do. Well, the good news is for us, we're in strong form. They're in excellent form. We've obviously lost against Brentford. Spurs have only dropped points against Crystal Palace, but they have played Arsenal and Liverpool and beaten both of them. The teams in 2nd and 3rd. Who's top of the table? Is it Man City? Is Manchester United top of the table? By a country mile. Okay, so United look like they're winning the league. Let's focus on our job, which I guess now is chasing for Europe again. So for the Spurs game then, this is going to be our starting lineup. It's Varro in goal, Granger, Mendes, Lescano and Matheson as that back four. So Mendes and Lescano are our 2 central defenders today. Bamba is still slightly injured. It's going to be Butic, McKennie and Wang in the middle of the pitch with Tilger, Murray and Everard as our front 3. We are looking like a well-oiled machine at the moment. We're starting to look like a really good side, and I'm hoping we can keep that up and do the job against Spurs. Weston McKennie, however, isn't doing so well, but he has only just signed, so we'll let him off. This is definitely a winnable game. If we can beat Spurs, we'll go 38 points, but they also won't pick up any points, which is how beating teams works. Lescano doesn't get the header. Wang on the volley, and Wang with his 5th goal of the season. He loves scoring solo goals. I know that was a fist out from the goalkeeper, but Wang on the volley from a long way out. We're 1-0 up against Spurs. This is kind of unexpected. We're 1-0 up and absolutely battering them. They've yet to have a shot on target. Or they've yet to have a shot. There you go. They finally had one. They've had a lot of possession, but clearly not getting very far. Lescano, the new signing, has picked up a knock. That's a bit of a worry. Instead, before we can do our sub, maybe we'll keep him on till half-time, I think. We've got a highlight, possibly going Spurs' way. Palacios on the right-hand side finds Macris, cuts in, keeps going down the right-hand side, actually tries to get past the fullback. Granger steals it away, kicks it straight into Wesley though. Wesley to Macris again. Edge of the area is Phil Foden. Crosses it in with his left. Matheson with a head. Doesn't find a Southport player. Spurs have the ball back once again. It's not the best pass. And are we going to nick this ball away? Rourke Murray is doing the business there, stealing it away. Everard wants this. Everard doesn't get it. Instead, Murray goes it alone. It's a save from the keeper. Chilwell gets the ball upfield for Spurs. We are looking real good. There's 3 points to be had here. There is definitely 3 points to be had. Half time then. The Wang goal is the goal that keeps us in the lead at the moment. So let's just, let's do that. Everard is on a 6.6. Rourke Murray's on a 6.5. Do we keep you on? You've got a potential groin injury. Right, we might need to. Say you weren't that bad. We're winning. We're going to bring you off, which is a bit of a risk. We're going to do Milosevic. They do say Leao. Now, Leao is probably a better central defender on paper. The problem with Leao is he's 5'8" and can't header. Now, I'm one of those traditionalists, shall we say, that I need my central defenders to be at least 6 foot. He's 5'8". I could probably outjump him. And I'm 5'6", so, I don't want that in the defence. It doesn't make sense to me. If that substitution comes back to bite me in the ass, I'm not going to be happy. So far, we are an hour on the clock and still looking good, still in the lead. Rourke Murray will be coming off for Saulo because he's on a 6.4, which is not a problem. We've got Itabel as well on the bench, who I want to give lots of time. And if Everard hasn't scored by the 75th minute, Itabel will be our final substitution. And this is possibly the goal for Everard, isn't it? It's Tottenham, that's what they're called, passing the ball around, finds Unvar on the left-hand side. He's got Matheson in front of him. Unvar's going to try and get past him. Matheson gets in the way and blocks the ball. Now Palacios, back to Luigi. Luigi's going to go all the way back to the goalkeeper. Everard's going to close down Dumas. Forward to Eduardo. On the right is Wesley. We're looking like we're going to hopefully block any form of attack. We're just putting so much pressure on them, they're not getting past us at all. I said putting so much pressure on them. Those were the words that definitely came out of my mouth, okay? Don't judge me or question me. On the right-hand side is Zuniga into the penalty area. It's an awful effort from the substitute, I think. It is still 1-0 to Southport. Everard is coming off. We're going to do Itabel coming on. It's going to be a straight swap. I love to do that. I don't want to change too much tactically, just straight swaps. That's all we need to do. Yuri Tielemans, we've got 10 minutes to play. Foden's there, doesn't win the header. Mendes does. Itabel now collects the ball. The Argentine can run off to the right-hand side. He's got pace to burn, and he's going to burn it. He's got past the tackle as well. Runs towards goal. Itabel goes for goal himself, and Lucio Itabel gets his first goal of the season. It's 2-0 against Spurs. We are turning into a very good team at the moment. How are we doing this? I don't know, but that is a great goal from the youngster. Matheson's throw, 5 minutes to play. Itabel back to Luke Matheson. He's going to run onto the right-hand side, crosses it in low, doesn't find one of our players. McKennie, this is the first 90 minutes he's managed in a Southport shirt. Gets the ball back from Granger. Pull the trigger, Weston. He does. It is just over the bar. It looks like we're going to be beating Spurs 2-0. That is a huge 3 points if it stays this way. We've not only beaten them, we have battered them. We have battered them and embarrassed them. 18 shots, 11 on target, 2-0 victory, 3 more points in the bag. Like I said, we're a mid-table side, once again, possibly pushing for Europe. Well, the victory for us then puts us on to 38 points, and there is a big gap between 9th and 10th now. 6 points between us and Palace, but only 3 points between us and Wolves. And 12 points between us and Chelsea? Do we look that high? Let's just try and get Europe. Let's try and get Europe. Also, Manchester United embarrassed Birmingham 7-0. 7-0, and they're not even bottom. United have won the league by the looks of it already. Right, we're going to go forward to the Brighton game. I'm not going to play Man City or Liverpool on camera because I suspect we're going to get battered by them. Although last time I said that, I think we drew with Man City. But yeah, we're going to go forward to the Brighton game end of February. We're also getting close to possibly having our youth intake. Don't get your hopes up though, because it's much like last year. Literally, don't expect too much from this youth intake. It's just garbage. It's just a garbage youth intake. We have reasonable facilities now. We genuinely have reasonable facilities. If we look, we have exceptional academy coaching. The youth recruitment isn't the best. That's the problem. Also, youth facilities aren't the best. Youth level is only 3. Let's have a chat, actually. Excuse me. Board, can we... Here we go. That's what we want. Perfect. They are going to do that. Can we do anything else? Youth facilities. We'll have some of those. Come on. Come on, there we go. Thank you very much. Finally, I think it's that one, isn't it? Cut back on youth recruitment. No, I want to increase the youth recruitment. Is that all we can do? Well, give me better training facilities then, please. Come on. Come on. I've said the wrong thing. I should have said... well, we're not getting new training facilities, but at least the youth is getting better. Hopefully. One day we'll have a decent player come for our youth team. It happened, didn't it? Of course it happened. We played 2 further matches, and we beat Man City. I don't know why this always happens. So we lost 2-0 against Liverpool. Nothing really too exciting to talk about here. And then we beat Manchester City 1-0 thanks to Rourke Murray. We were spectacular. We just played really well. We probably should have scored more than one as well. But Murray gets the goal, gives us 3 points. And interestingly, puts us up into 7th place. We're actually hunting down teams that are fighting for Europe. Again, we might be getting Europe this season. We might be getting into Europe this season. We do need to play Brighton, who are now down in 14th place. So let's go forward and hopefully pick up 3 more points, which will be 9 points from a total of potentially 12 if we beat Brighton for this month. That's a lot of points. So Zlatan is making his way around pretty much every club in England at the moment, formerly of Rotherham, Wolverhampton Wanderers, and now the Brighton manager. Has he done all right at Brighton? Can we even see? I mean, he's been here for just over a year now. So he's not really done much, has he? To be fair, it's Brighton. Not really a lot he can do. Apologies, Brighton fans. I mean, you're the best team in certainly whatever county you're in, because I think you're the only one there. Anyway, we're playing Brighton, and we are the greatest team in Merseyside. There is no 2 ways about it, apart from the fact that we lost to Liverpool, who were also in Let's play Brighton. The starting lineup is pretty much looking nailed on. There's only a few changes that I seem to do now. It's Varro in goal, Granger, Bamba, Lescano and Milosevic as our back four, with Butic, Wang and McKennie in the middle, Tilger and Murray on the wings. Saulo is going to be trying his luck as a striker today. Our bench is obviously very strong. Karamoko Kone, Javier Leao, Tommy Doyle, Itabel, Commodi, Mendes and Everard. We are looking like a really good side. I know I keep saying this, but we're looking like a really good side also. That was a decent team talk as well. One good thing about Weston McKennie is the fact that he has joined the club and is immediately a team leader. Immediately. Like, not even after like a week or two. Straight away he's a team leader, which is great. And I assume it's because he's the only adult that we seem to have in our squad, as everyone else is about 16 years old. But it's helpful to have a decent team leader who's actually good at football. Fernandez on the right-hand side has the ball, crosses it back actually, and Brighton are 1-0 up. Sefcik maybe with the goal. It's Brighton. We've just beaten Man City, and now we're going to lose to Brighton. To be fair, I did say I wanted 6 points from February. We've got 6 points, so if we lose this match against Brighton, we've still done what I wanted to do. Dramain Bamba on a 6.4, so clearly taking the blame for that goal, and he is dropping as well. Granger has the ball back to Bamba, who has been out with a broken ankle or a lower back stress fracture potentially. One of those two. It was a broken bone of some kind. Sefcik with the ball, the goal scorer, crosses it in with his left. Kukin at the back post. Varro makes a very good save. Birmingham are drawing 1-1 with Man City. Birmingham literally lost 7-0 against Manchester United. 5 minutes left of the first half. Milosevic crosses the ball in. Harwood Bellis clears it. Manages to get a second chance as well to clear the ball. Lescano back to Dramain Bamba and all the way back to Varro in goal. So we're going to start with the keeper. Bamba, lovely spin. You confused everyone, possibly even yourself, and it's gone all the way back to Varro again. We're doing the playing out from the defence, which is fine, as long as we actually do it and don't keep passing back to the goalkeeper. Tilger, forward to Saulo, the Brazilian. He's taken a lovely touch. He's a bit too wide, though. Goes for goal. It's almost found its way into the back of the net. Instead, it's going to be a goal kick. It's going to be a corner, apparently, from something completely different. Dramain Bamba's there, and Big Bamba hits the bar. Brighton clear the ball. McAllister's going to keep that in play as well. Murray comes back to steal it back, though. Half-time, then. We are 1-0 down, but I wouldn't say we're out of this game. Looking at the match ratings, we're not looking particularly hot, so we're just going to passionately, calmly aggressive. There we go, that one. Show a bit of desire. Everybody looked fired up. And then we'll say, in particular, to Dramain Bamba, passionately, we've got faith. There we go. Look at that. All greens. We've got ourselves a throw. Wang to Milosevic. Is it going to go back to Wang? Nope. Miro Butic instead with the ball. He's been tackled. Loses out as well. It's been cleared, but only as far as Lescano. Lescano has the ball inside the Southport half then. He's almost ran it off the pitch. Butic to Lescano once again. He's gone all the way back to Varro. So, yeah, we're starting with the goalkeeper then. Lescano, Varro wants it. Varro's going to get this back any second now. I can feel it. Dramain Bamba's going to run. He's going to go back to Lescano. This is a weird highlight so far. It's, of course, it's back to the goalkeeper, because you always have to pass it back to the goalkeeper 6 times in a highlight. He probably wants it back again in a minute. Granger down the left. Lovely slotted ball to Rourke Murray. He needs some support in the... Why did you shoot that? Rourke, why did you shoot that? In what world was that the decision to make? We're going to do Itabel on, because Everard hasn't scored. Saulo's moving over to the left. Weston McKennie's having a bit of a shocker as well, so he's going to come off. Tilger as well. We don't have a right winger. We have Everard can play on the left. We'll do that. Sure. We'll go for that. We've done all of our subs on the hour mark because we're not doing very well. Let's give him a get creative. Maybe that's going to do something. There's a throw. Williams to McAllister. He's back to Williams. Now Culkin in front of me wearing my wonderful purple suit. Harwood Bellis, the former Man City youngster, loses out to the new signing Itabel. He's taken a few too many touches in my opinion. It's a save. We win ourselves a corner. 20 minutes left to play. Miro Butic is going to be the one to take it. Or is it Tommy Doyle? It's Tommy Doyle actually. Corner comes in towards the back. Fernandes with a head clear. Itabel on the half volley. Smashes it over the bar. But already he's looking a little bit more exciting than Everard, Saulo, Rourke Murray and all of those players combined at the moment. 20 minutes left. There is still plenty of time for us to get a goal or two in this. Ricky Puig's not going to get there. McAllister does. Milot, he's got some numbers in front. Culkin with some space. The fullback's making a run as well down that left-hand side. Nenad Milosevic with a good tackle, but it's straight to Brandon Williams, I think. McAllister cuts inside. He's been there for absolutely ages, hasn't he, at Brighton? Doyle's managed to get the ball clear. The highlight randomly ends. I don't think anything happened in that highlight. Varro to Lescano. 15 minutes now. Butic, he's going to go... What? Seriously, Miro Butic is the world's greatest footballer, and then he does that. He does that. Also, why did we even do this? Why didn't we just kick it long for once? Miro Butic. He's not even getting blamed for it, is he? He's not. He's still on a 6. He's gone up to a 6.9. Doyle's corner comes in. There's 10 minutes to play. Brandon Williams has the ball for Brighton. So is it going to be potentially 3? Back to Ricky Puig. Now Harwood Bellis and Puig passing between them. Over the top to Latour. It's going to be 3, isn't it? Because, oh my word, Varro. What are you doing? We've just imploded. We have literally just imploded against Brighton. Seconds after their third goal, we've nicked the ball away and running down the left. Everard needs some help in the middle of the area. He's got loads of players there. He's going it alone. And Everard's hit the outside of the goal. It's still 3-0 to Brighton. It's Brighton! I'm sorry, Brighton. I really shouldn't have just mocked you at the start of this match, should I? It's going to be 4. Puig steps up with a free kick. It's towards the back. Varro comes out, claims it. And watch, he'll drop this, roll it to Bamba. We'll pass it around in the penalty area. And then we maybe might counter-attack. Drops it, rolls it to Bamba. Okay, Bamba goes up long. To Everard, the Belgian. He needs to start scoring goals again because he hasn't scored now in 11 matches if he doesn't score in this one. Saulo on the right now. Runs forward, keeps going. Back to Milosevic, who's not really a very good right wing-back, but he plays there reasonably well, I guess. Lescano on the halfway line. Why have you gone all the way back to the goalkeeper at that point? Why did you go all the way back to the goalkeeper? They're gonna mess this up. They're gonna mess it up again, aren't they? Lescano with the ball. Long ball towards Itabel. In on goal. Harwood Bellis misses it. Itabel's hit the base of the post. What is happening in this match? What is happening in this match? What an absolute pile of garbage that match was. Brighton played like Barcelona. Not recent Barcelona. Barcelona of past. They played like Bayern Munich. There you go. Makes more sense. Well, everyone, you are coming in for training tomorrow because that was garbage. Absolute 22 shots. We didn't score a single goal. So, off the back of beating Man City 1-0, we lose 3-0 against a 14th place Brighton, which moves them up actually into 12th place. We are 9th place in the table. We are still fighting for a Europa League spot. I guess Europa League 2 as well. We're probably too far away from the Champions League. 53, 54 points is the current target. We are 12 points behind that. We're not getting Champions League. Europa League is still an option. All in all, I'm not too disappointed with this episode. Obviously, losing 3-0 was not great. It's not good at all. But the fact that we beat Spurs and we beat them well, we beat Man City as well, and we beat them well, we got the 6 points that I wanted from February. We're going to go forward to March, where hopefully that's 9 points in March, isn't it? We're beating West Brom, Norwich and Southampton. We're getting 9 points from March. Most of our games are away from home. We're going to come back for possibly the Norwich game, I think. We'll do Norwich and maybe one of these two? Newcastle? I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. We'll come back for more Football Manager. That's how it works. Before we end this episode, very quickly, some more loan business has taken place. Monteiro has gone out on loan once again for a second season, I believe, to Toronto in the MLS. Teofil Pantis, the Romanian striker who actually came through our youth team, I believe, has gone out on loan to Dinamo Bucharest as well. Helio Junio, the central defender from Brazil, has gone out on loan to Cruzeiro, if I'm not mistaken, CEC, whoever they are in Brazil. He's getting reasonable. He's not great, but he's getting better. And Peruvian central defender Junio Manucci has also gone out on loan to Melgar, who I want to say are Peruvian as well. Yes, he's gone on loan back to his native Peru. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager 2020 with Southport. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like. If you're new here and you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. I'll be back next time, as I guess we're coming to the conclusion of the 10th season with Southport, and maybe we might be getting some Europa League football. We can always hope. Let's not perform as well as we did against Brighton, and maybe we will get it. I'll see you next time.